let me tell you, Minor, if there is somebody who is stealing from us, it is Sakaja.
Sakajuize.
Hey!
AKA Sax.
Unajua ulishtua Babu Owino hadi kafika mahali akakuita Sax. Hebu take a look at this.
Tangutoza kuongea ni wizi tu.
Wizi tu.
Sakaja.
Hiyo report ya Auditor General haina hata kitu moja mzuri. What's up, my people? Welcome back. This is BUNGEE. Yeah, come down.
Yes.
You're with me, your girl Nyakeo Njage, and our usual culprit.
Man.
Yes. So, we are here because our honorable sat down and was like, let's reconsider reading the report of the Auditor General.
Okay.
And we are talking about the one and only Babu Owino.
Maridadi.
Babu Owino aliketi chini siku moja akasema, by the way, I am choosing violence.
Kitabu leo hii lazima tu take points. Unajua tumezoea tu kuja piga kwa story alafu tunaenda. Babu Owino woke up that morning and he said, violence is the only way to go. Yeah, lazima.
Tumechoka, punda amechoka. We are wondering what exactly are you doing about it? We're just tired.
Okay.
So, to start us off, Babu Owino said the first big thing yenye alimark kila mtu ako like was the fact that so pale kwa county wanafanyaga reports.
Okay.
And the Auditor General comes in and also does his own report.
True.
And guess what? The margin difference between these two reports stands at 5 billion Kenyan shillings.
Si anadishi na county. Sifuna, where are you? Sifuna, akuje, atusaidie.
Ako kwa county pia, unajua yeye pia ni senator.
Sifuna na nafaa kuja hapa tumuulize what's the problem with this billboard governor, aka Sakaja.
I do not understand where the difference comes in. But kwanza acha tuangalie hizi issues zingine ndio tuone kama margin pia inaelezeka ya 5 billion. Cause mimi kulingana na hesabu yangu at the end of the day, 5 billion ni pesa kidogo sana. Ni pesa kidogo sana.
Unajua hii kitu in simple terms tu kwa wala so like we're just going to explain how the county government aka Sakaja is misusing they had earned money. Yeah. The Nairobians,
we are also going to be inserting clips here and there for these specific topics.
Exactly.
So that pia uone sisi atupigi muhahe.
Okay.
Like, now let me break it down for you. Babu Owino said this. Apparently, in the financial year 2022-2023, we had a debt of pending bills worth 9 billion Kenyan shillings.
Okay.
So, the controller of budget, approved for 17 billion to be released from Treasury to Nairobi County.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Johnson Sakaja in his report says he paid 8 billion as the pending bills. Kumbuka tulikuwa na deni ya 9 billion pending bills. Tukapewa 17 billion which was approved by the controller of the budget. Alafu Sakaja akasema alilipana pending bills za 8 billion. Bro, where is our 9 billion Kenyan shillings?
Yeah.
Where is it?
And also remember, when you talk about some of the ways that they misuse the funds of the public, when you talk about the margin, you can also be able to realize that the Auditor General alipeana adverse opinion that the county government cannot actually confirm the accuracy and the completeness of the financial statements provided by the banks.
Yes.
In the financial year that is 2022 to 2023.
Let me tell you something that is so funny about this. This conversation. It is so funny that hesabu yako na ya Auditor General yet they should be at par because you're supposed to be reporting to him. It is kuna vitu afai kufanya bila the authority of the Auditor General.
Exactly.
Lakini
there is no way you can just simply go and make a withdrawal of a certain amount of money for the public without any form of documentation. Like what you do, like this clearly shows that so that kama ni kuiba wameiba in a very very
Massive way.
No. Plus, there was no strategy behind it.
There wasn't a strategy.
Like they simply just
people might
the money from their accounts.
People might be thinking, we're pulling their socks. As we proceed to break down this whole strategy ya kuibia the county, you will come to realize at some point kuna hadi fees tunalipa tuelewi zinaenda wapi.
Exactly.
They do not amount to any good.
To realize kuna some taxes by the kuna watu wa pay taxes. Na hatujui.
Let's proceed. At the moment, the county had released na ikasema we have 98 billion worth of pending bills.
Okay.
The Auditor General kwa report yake, imagine alisema that is like hot air. AKA those look like cooked figures.
Cooked figures, exactly. Because hakuna statements that support
hakuna contracts. There's not, you people do not have paperwork.
There's no paperwork at all.
There's no trail. Like let me tell you have stolen and you have gotten out of there without a trail. Ana tukisema mmetuibia right now, we only have to get evidence, more hard evidence. Sasa hakuna paper trail. As we proceed, the Auditor General said that apparently the assets that were acquired by the county, that amount was overstated by 320 million. 320
mics.
You want to tell me these people don't even have a paper trail and wako hapo wana overstate the assets that the county has? Why are you overstating the assets that the county already has?
In fraud amepiga of the highest order, sijaona vitu kama hizo.
Na ni gani hizo zinaweza hata jaako kwa kuoverstatiwa? Because for example, if we think about the assets the county has, tunaweza sema assets ni kama manyumba, rentals,
true.
Vitu kama hizo.
Kuna public utilities zenye bado
zina generate revenue. Those are assets acquired by the county.
Exactly.
What will be the reason that we should overstate that figure by 320 million? Ndio tuweze kula 320.
Exactly. Sijui 320 ni from water ya. Si ati ni figure kuna mahali imekuwa allocated kuna kazi imekuwa allocated for. Unaona?
Yeah.
Like the figure is just a figure generated from thin air.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We are talking about ghost figures now. We haven't passed the bank balances as a 2022-2023 financial year should have been reading at 965 million Kenyan shillings. But guess what? They were reading at 818 million Kenyan shillings.
That means there's a difference of around 147 million Kenyan shillings.
147 meter. Now, this is not what makes me itchy about this topic. What makes me itchy and what makes me disgusted is the word bank. Bank.
So meaning there's a problem. There is also in this particular case or in this particular situation. The banks also it also means that the banks are aware. Were aware.
Yes. Because how come no account was freezed?
Because there is no way there are some transactions that can be made in a particular account. Then you as a bank amja conduct due diligence. So mnataka tu assume mnataka tu ati wenyewe ndio decide tu aseme since you have already made a certain transaction, the bank doesn't have to follow up because you're the county government. You see?
Lakini I don't understand.
But for an individual, unapata ingekuwa over certain individual, ungekuwa maybe wamefreeze.
Of course wamekuwa shafreeze.
Yeah, but because it's there.
For me, I don't understand how the bank does not notice 147 million magically disappear. Because bank statements zinafaa kusoma very strictly.
Exactly.
Close opening account and closing account. Hakuna ati otherwise inakujanga hapa kwa interest. Na pia ikishaongezwa, we should have already made enough interest. Now we're not even talking about how much money.
And you also need to remember that the current account also was supposed to have 365 million. But it also reading at zero.
It was reading me.
Meaning the 365 million was already stolen.
Let me tell you something. That we don't even stop there. Let's talk about the revenue account. The revenue account, the closing account was reading at nil. Yet it's supposed to be reading as 1.9 billion Kenyan shillings. As we proceed, the opening account for the county is reading nil, and it's supposed to read 1.3 billion Kenyan shillings. 3.2 billion zilienda wapi, because that's a lot of that money. Allow me to tell you something. I feel like toka tuanze hii conversation, we are just asking Sakaja, where is our money?
Where are the figures going to?
Where is our money? But where is our money?
Where is our money, Sakaja?
Where is our money? Alafu to make matters worse, after doctors wali strike kidogo hapo juzi, he has a very big voice to come out and say, oh, mnajua mkifanya hivyo alafu mtaona. You didn't see that?
Nakumbuka.
He was threatening doctors. Are you of your mind?
And you also need to know that the reason as to what doctors are on a strike because some statutory deductions zao zinaweza as remitted. You see,
don't the figure stand
waneka NHIF under pressure.
Figure ya NHIF, NSSF na which other deduction do we pay?
Pay.
All of that money is totaling to 1.72 billion Kenyan shillings. And yet
it's not remitted.
Now let me ask you something. We have doctors on strike. That money can be enough to give them a deal.
People dying in hospital because madaktari wame strike.
Now you
can see the kind of effect you transmit huko chini.
Let me kwanza to continue talking about these banks,
okay?
Because the balances in 43 bank accounts which were not supported totaled up to 561 million Kenyan shillings which were not supported. Mr. Sakaja, we thought you told us you did a degree.
Where are the statements?
Where are the bank statements? Ulituambia uko na degree. Where are the bank statements? When mtu umesoma?
Integrity yako pia iko wapi?
Where are the bank statements? Where are the contracts? Where tunataka paper?
Yeah, we want to see the paper. We want to prove to us there's some work that you're doing.
We are impeaching you. Kama asubuhi na mapema. Uende ukalale. There is no way you've done it.
By the way, we're going to host Babu Owino.
There's no way.
You can give us more details.
I know, but there is no single way on this planet that wewe ni mtu umefanya degree na hujui paperwork ni muhimu. You are just writing emails in high school for the purposes of record keeping. Unadanganya uko na degree, kwani degree yako ni hapa Du Bois? Ala? Wewe ni nini? Give us documents. The things we are reading, all of them are unsupported without documentation. You're not
documentation at all.
What do you mean?
No evidence. And information there's a certain transaction that has occurred. Yani wewe unafanya vitu in a very informal way.
Still like that, man. Aiwe wacha. Hata ukiiba unapata records. Upangi bro, unaiba tu bora uibe.
Hata kama ndo kudishi na county.
Acha bana. Now, another 1.44 billion Kenyan shillings was its accuracy was questioned by the auditors. Sikia pesa inakuwa questioned. It's in billions.
So umekapata ushtuki.
Our cities are flooding, man. Sakaja, our cities are flooding. Nairobi kukimini hivi hata expressway hatuoni kwa kupitia.
Hawezi hata fanya any form of repair.
Alafu nataka kuniambia tuko hapa tunaongelelea money in form of billions.
There was also a fire outbreak in Embakasi.
Yes.
And I think there's usually a fund allocated for that.
Disaster management.
Kind of disasters, exactly.
Yes. Kwanza it's worth
nakumbuka hiyo time and hiyo time hatuko tumwambiwa kuna such a fund in exist.
Exactly.
Like
kidogo tu tutafika hapo. Let me take us through the assets that were acquired through NMS which also were supported equal to 620 million. And then in addition payments were made of 3.5 billion and 3.7 billion. Hii pesa anatoa wapi hizi za payments ana make? Jozi haikuwa kwa budget. In fact, payments nza
hizo ni pesa I think zimekuwa hizo ni pesa I don't know sijui nitasemaje but ni pesa zimegeneratiwa from thin air. Like they literally don't exist.
I know. I don't even understand. Okay, let's kwanza talk about when you operate without paperwork. When you operate without paperwork,
yani umeiba mpaka hata ujui pesa ngapi umebaki nayo. Yani wewe umeiba.
Wewe umeiba hadi
hata hauna
calculate point where afuatilishi wizi wake.
Yani umeiba mpaka mwisho wako.
We have left you that free. Tumekuacha that unaccounted.
Sakaja, you are a champion.
Like, let me tell you something. I think we have not held this guy accountable ata. So anaona ni kama anaweza do kitu anataka. Hiyo kitu si yako bro, unafaa ushuke.
Tutatoka hapa mapema. Wewe ndio unakaa hapo umezubaa unafikiria hapo ati tumekuweka hapo ukaa hapo milele.
Aweka hata utamaliza.
Unafikiria kiti ya Nairobi governor mtu anakaanga 2 terms akifanya mchezo.
Wewe cheza.
Tumesoma kwa historia.
Wewe kama
unaona sijui unakuja kutoka huko
sasa. 6 a.m. in the morning. Let's talk about this ghost project here, floodlights. 60.8 million ilipeanwa. Yet we are working.
Na Nairobi kuna giza.
Giza everywhere. pale UON pale kwa ile nini wao utembelele. Huwezi hata ekea students lights.
Hata nje ya shule jamani.
Huwezi kuwekea hata lights. You here unaniambia ulipeana 60.8 million za floodlights. Kutoka wapi?
Kama unaweza tengeneza nazo billboard. Nafusu tuambie.
Haikosi.
Billboard zako nao umejaza. Pia unapiga na hati yako yote.
So for the Christmas. I don't understand why we are even addressing you anyway. Now let's talk about salaries.
Okay.
Apparently 11.2 billion of Kenyan shillings was paid towards salaries.
Okay.
When I say towards salaries, I'm talking about ni Sakaja alisema. Mimi nimelipa my employees over 11.2 billion Kenyan shillings. The bank statements / records have written down clearly. Alilipa only 8.8 billion.
Meaning the difference was stolen.
2.2 billion ziko wapi?
The difference I'm a pocket.
Where are they?
Where's Sakaja wewe?
Where's our money? Where's our money?
2.2
billion. Ulilipa nani? Ulipea nani? But hata tunaona ghost workers huko mbele. We just getting.
Nani wengi? I think
we're just warming up.
Wako 147.
We're just warming up. Aya. Let's proceed.
Tuko na gesi wewe kijana.
Aya. 161 million and 93 million Kenyan shillings.
Okay.
Those were payments that were made to temporary workers, which was not supported by any documents.
Like all the things unafanya, there is no document ya kusupport.
Hakuna.
Zako.
Hauna evidence.
Hauna. Yani unafanya ukienda
you're just a ghost worker. Yeah, wewe. Evidence.
Sakaja.
Let me tell you to make matters even worse.
Okay.
Tumeona hapa kulikuwa na 2.2 billion of money that was not allocated for by the bank yenye ilienda towards salaries. Then makampo unaona 161 million Kenyan shillings and 93 million Kenyan shillings. Meaning hata hii 2.2 billion hata haijatoboka kuota.
Haijatoboka. Hiyo ameka kando hard cash.
Hii alipea wale watu wenye anapenda.
Hiyo ni hard cash ameka kando inatumika baadaye. Tuweke palipema.
You know Sakaja, it's such a worrisome thing that this was the Auditor General's report. It
was just an estimate. Meaning akisema sana anachambua apate evidences zote na za transactions umefanya which hamna hata hizo transactions.
So utatoa wapi?
Meaning document ingekuwa hata rahisi kukwebo ku trail the various transactions.
Tutamuimpeach alafu tumpeleke koti. Mimi nataka kujua utajitetea huko upande gani? Juu sasa you don't even have documents to support your own fictitious stories.
Sasa angalau nene nyumbani tu straight hata hakuna uwezi jitetea. Manze wacha akakupeleka mande. Ai. This is too much money. Let me tell you another story of workers. I don't know ni Sakaja's, let's call them Sakaja's favorites. Okay.
226 million from the salary account was paid by 46 fictitious transactions which were not supported nor related to salaries. Msikia wenye watu wa Sakaja's favorites wanakula. Sakaja's favorite.
Hello.
How are you?
But we are coming for you.
How are you?
Mlikuwa mmecheza chini mnafikiria tutagundua.
You thought we are stupid, eh? Hapa ulikuwa nadhani sisi ni ndogo modhi.
Mlikuwa mmekafunga.
Put in mind that people like Babu Owino are out here to educate us on financial.
Nyinyi mlikuwa mko na network mmekafunga sana.
Hey.
Nyinyi mko na network hii Kenya.
Manze, I'm not even kidding. Aya, let's proceed. Kuna topic nataka turuke, we will come back to it much later, I mean, sorry. So that was what we have just gone through actually was the adverse report section A. That was the adverse report.
The adverse opinion from the Auditor General.
Yes, section A.
So
let's go on a break and then we'll be right back to discuss section B of the same.
Nikumoto. We'll see fire.
Welcome back. Kama kawaida, this is Bunge.
Hey.
Yeah, of course. You're with me, your girl Nyakianja again. You're with your usual culprit.
Man, Buddha.
Yeah. Na kama kawaida kama dawa. Today we are discussing the Babu Owino speech.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, Minor, if there is somebody who is stealing from us, it is Sakaja.
Sakajuize.
Hey.
AKA Sax.
Unajua ulishtua Babu Owino hadi kafika mahali akakuita Sax. Anyway, I want Babu Owino kumuita Sax.
Okay.
But be of the adverse the adverse report to the Auditor General.
Okay.
He said, the county has not responded to the audit issues that were raised before by the previous audit report. So sasa, tuna release report. Already the report ingine, that is 2021, 2022. That report, hamkufuata kitu Auditor General aliandika. Na saa hii tuko na report ingine, what for? What are you talking about?
Mnafanya nini hizo reports kama zawasaidi?
Why do we keep having reports that show our disappointment and no one is giving a solution to our disappointment?
For example, there's some funds pia zinakuanga allocated for some to counter or to maybe to counter some challenges zinakuwa experienced within a certain,
like the one you said, the disaster management fund.
That's the one that I was talking about.
And that fund always stands at 285 million Kenyan shillings.
So for instance, you can be able to see easy incidents zimekuwa zina happen Nairobi. For example, kumekuwa na incident ya the flooded expressway due to the heavy rainfall. Hiyo pesa ya disaster inafai kuja kukata.
I know, that's right.
Incidents. Then another thing is that kulikuwa pia na fire outbreak.
By the way, ile Embakasi.
Exactly. So hiyo time kulikuwa na fire outbreak, the county Sakaja kama governor wa county anafaa kuwa able kufanya nini, kusign release hizo
those yana zikasaidia the poor.
Zibaia sasa vitu kama mattresses, you get zi compensate sasa zipatia sema vitu kama nyumba, temporary structures tu za ku settle and things zinakuwa resolved huko Embakasi. But you see at such a time hakuna time Sakaja alikam to light akaambia say I have this fund that is usually that exists unaona in our system. So we need to allocate this particular fund to go and cater for the services za wananchi. Alinyamaza unaona. Meaning walikula, they only made a withdraw,
meaning that money was actually already in people's pocket.
It was already in people's pocket.
So let me tell you something that
so they had to leave the burden to the MPs.
Let me tell you something that is really a heartbreaking moment for all of this. Is that Nairobians are already well taken care of by budget, but they still experience extreme calamities because of arrogance and ignorance and corruption in our leaders. Hawezi niambia Sakaja bado mvua ikinyesha because they issued a warning. Mvua itaendelea kunyesha. So mvua ikinyesha tukosange kwenda kazi kila Monday morning. You are the one who will make Nairobi lose the amount of interest Nairobi is the amount of revenue Nairobi is making. And at the moment we are standing at 30.5 billion worth of revenue collection. In Nairobi County. Now guess what? This money that is in the revenue fund, there was no report that it was withdrawn. Yet that money upon withdrawal, the report should be filed with the office of the Auditor General. Where is the money? Where is the paperwork? This is money that belongs to the Kenyans. This is revenue collection, isn't taxes zetu.
Na plus kila time wana make transaction ku facilitate a certain activity. Wanafaa pia able ku display to the Kenyans so that they can be able to see where the money is going.
I know, right? Maybe for me it's the fact that this guy has even now ignored his seniors. I do not have to be held accountable by the Auditor General. I'm just going to be doing what I want to do. You know that's right.
Simply because you have dimples.
That's what I'm saying. You know that's right.
But we need to be serious about
this. This guy just went all Gen Z. And he just went like, you know what? Nitafanya kitu mnataka kufanya and you'll not tell me. I am guided by the universe. This is our county and we will take it back from you. We trusted you and over the time we are seeing how you're taking our trust for granted. Ukona ghost worker.
You need to show appreciation to the people, man.
I know what ghost worker.
But when people elect into office, it means that they've really trusted you a lot. I think they are only hoped by
this
them.
Guy has ghost workers. Yet we have the youth out here. Hawana makazi.
Hawana.
Unafanya? What are
you uko na audacity ya ku create ghost workers so that you benefit from?
I know that's right.
Ku employ wasa wako.
To ile then now let's table the other thing Babu Owino tabled on this section.
Okay.
Nairobi Pay, which is a revenue management system vendor. What do I mean by revenue management system vendor?
They are
subcontracted
by the county
to collect the revenue from the people. Yeah, that company operates illegally. Wait, why? Because apparently they do not have a valid contract. Hata pesa ya Wakenya unacheza na.
That's a money laundering scheme.
Let's say something, wacha tuyache hapo.
Now the moment uko na contractor and there is no any binding legal binding document that says that he or she has been subcontracted
by the
government to perform some tasks. It means that in case kutakuwa na some fraudulent activity, it means the company is your contractor anatabia kupata hiyo do. So he's going to actually clean up the money. No. You know what? So in the name of doing the ghost projects, you get. So like they can be able to say that they've given a certain contractor some amount to do some roadworks or maybe waterworks projects. You get. But since they know the people aren't aware that such a thing is going to be done, it means they'll just be paying themselves. You get. So them as the county as the county government are going to pay the contractors. You get. Assuming that they've already done the job. Even though they know that they haven't done any inspection,
any job or any inspection whatsoever.
So they just pay them for doing nothing.
But let's talk about some ghost money. I don't even know what to say about it. So apparently 567 million that was meant for roads and civil works was paid, and it had not been supported by any government, any document or any contract whatsoever. 567 million ilipeanwa kwa roads and civil works. Now Babu Owino is clearly saying when Sakaja got into government alipeana some big projects that zenye anafanya akasema he's doing dish in a county which is worth 200
also
million.
The Dandora Stadium, the one that was just a continuation of the previous.
The one that was that was 33 million.
Exactly.
And then the roads alisema alitumia 167 million.
67 million.
Roughly. So hii pesa yote hata uki add up bado
doesn't match with the
400. Unajua hii ya 567 million is for roads and civil works. So tukitoa hii 167 million for roads. Where is our 400 million?
Sakaja.
Where is our 400 million? Like, I think we're just tired of saying or of asking, where is our money? Like, literally, bro.
Because projects you wanafanya so far hazikamiliki. The 3 dispensaries.
Now,
where are they?
That's the same thing that Babu Owino came up ahead and said. Akasema, in the financial year 2020-2021, a contractor was given 869 million Kenyan shillings to complete 3 dispensaries. Akahepa na hiyo pesa. Now, Sakaja ndio nikwambie again, you are a compromised man. This guy fails to complete 3 dispensaries under a budget of 869 million.
And you still have the guts to go and subcontract the subcontractor who made the previous project.
To go now to Mama Lucy Hospital under a contract of 344 million Kenyan shillings. You sent this guy 165 million na hivyo ndivyo aliabandon hiyo project.
Nakapotea. Never to be seen again.
Na Sakaja.
Sasa yeye ninabeba msalaba yake.
Okay, wait. I don't understand this. Tulisema hapa just the other day. When someone is found in a malicious...
Unatoa wapi pia nguvu ya kupea mse contract mwenye ya kumaliza the previous project.
Lakini when someone is found in a malicious or corrupt deal, hafai kuwa hata chairman hata kwa mazishi. I will
kupika chai kwa matanga.
Hafai kupewa kazi. Now when you realize this person alikuwa na deal ya barabara tuseme ya 20 million na hakumaliza. Unampeadi.
Unatoa wapi nguvu ya kumpea contract nyingine shwali.
Like Sakaja, you're such a compromised man. This has to either be your friend or ametumwa kwako na beshte na umelipwa
or ni kampuni yako na hatujui. Umeregister na different names.
I think you're being paid by these people for them to behave the way they want with our
money. There is no way you can give a contract to someone who has not completed the previous contract you have assigned to him.
How?
And yet we've got so many contractors people going after the same jobs.
My question is, surely there are people around you who can see you do this clearly, but no one is holding you accountable. The other day, Honorable Sifuna alisema ati hata hizi shika simu zake.
True.
Surely.
Because hata unajua mwenyewe ukishika hizo simu, hakuna kitu cha maana. They're going to question you, lakini mko naye kwa serikali.
Mko serikali moja.
Ni senator and the governor. Like, you can just have a sitting muongee. You see how we're going to work together.
I applaud Babu Owino so much for coming out with this information and for doing it clearly for everyone to hear, because I think he's only one of the brave ones. Because Sifuna, tuonge ukweli, umekuwa in so many shows on TV.
True.
I've not heard you address the Auditor General.
But Sifuna, you need to come and talk to us.
Yes.
We need to also sit with you. We've got to ask you so many questions.
Because I was in Niambia, you've been so against the UDA government, but the things that are going on in Nairobi, you're not even aware. You're not even mentioning them. You're always saying, oh, UDA is bad, Sakaja is bad, but you're not telling us this is the depth of how bad this thing has gone. Like, hata wewe kwani unakulia hapo? Come tell us.
Bana, kama kuja tuambie.
Kama unakula hapo Sifuna, that's fine. We have no problem, but tell us. There's no hot or cold.
By the way,
Kama by the way unakula na umse,
just like you said, you understand that nobody is infallible.
Yeah. I know, those are your words, by the way.
Those are your words, by the way. You said the president is not infallible.
Same case. Kama tuambie.
Kuja tuambie, by the way. Kuja explain to us, because president has to leave us. Time yote hizi vitu zote zikihappen, you mean even a single
piece of information. Hata ungejitokeza mwenyewe upate. You won't tell me Babu Owino has brought this from smoke or from air. No way. This is something you should have addressed as a senator. This is your county. As in ni county yako wewe kama senator. These are things you should have been.
But Sifuna, we've got some questions you need to ask.
Yeah, by the way, you've got questions you have to answer. Kuja pia sisi tukuulize maswali yetu nataka.
Tumeona unaenda check podcast, but pia sisi tunataka kutuuliza maswali kidogo.
Yeah, we want to ask you some questions.
Some serious questions, by the way.
Come closer.
It's a matter of life and death here.
32 million Kenyan shillings from fictitious money was paid to 683 beneficiaries.
Okay.
So nyinyi wote 683 surely. Mnaona wana youth kunja wakisafa.
Wameteseka hawana kitu, lakini nyinyi mmekuja hapa mnataka kupiga biashara chafu.
I'm just tired of.
Unaona mmekafunga.
Alafu to make matters worse, vehicles had been budgeted for 100 million. Apparently 771.6 million Kenyan shillings was given to vehicle vendors, leaving a difference of close to 671.6.
The funny thing, the vehicle vendors are also just getting the same money. Now I say mmepatia excess.
Okay, sijui mbona mnanimaliza nguvu hadi kwa maguru.
But the vehicle vendors kwanza nafaa kuwa najua ni companies gani.
Let me tell you something. These companies should be stopped from selling vehicles in this nation. Actually, now that we have realized that there's this money, let the culprits be brought to justice and let them stop selling the young here. Because I don't understand why you're telling me budget ikona, hata kama Sakaja alifanya chini ya maji sawa, akasema let him go and give car vendors money, akafanya chini ya maji, it's still supposed to be documented.
True.
And why my document 100 million? So an excess of 671.6 million.
671 million.
Where are you removing that money from? And then when we say we are lacking money in other departments, you're out here trying to come and madaktari. Why are they striking? Where is the 671.6 million?
Kindly explain to us.
Let us pool those resources together and pay doctors so that they can go back to work.
Kindly.
Am I wrong?
You're right.
Now, Babu Owino said that he's going against the law. Sakaja is going against the law. And he explained to us why. Apparently, out of the total revenue collected within the county, only 35% is supposed to go to salary payment. Now, apparently, Sisi, out of the revenue we have collected of 30.5 billion, we are allocating 37%. So 2%. Imetoka wapi?
Hiyo atatujibu. Kindly gents, comment section hapo hivyo.
You know,
help the governor.
Wewe ni mtu unafaa kuwa unafuata constitution to the letter. Ama si anafaa kuwa anafuata constitution.
Na pia kama tunasema kitu mbaya, watu wanaweza ongea kwa comment section hapo.
Si ndio watu waambie because
tusipeane tu points kama sisi ndio tuko right pekee.
Ni kasi pekee tu ndio tuko.
Comment section ni hapo unaweza contribute.
Yeah, tell us. Don't you think this is absurd?
Your point matters.
Even hata kama uko side ya Sakaja, by the way, still tell us. We need to understand. Help us understand your governor. We do need to understand. Anyway, hapa ndo nilikuwa nakwambia kutakuwasha moto hivi.
Okay.
As we talk of millions of youths who are unemployed, apparently, deals facilitated a double payment of leave allowances of up to 15.4 million Kenyan shillings of 178 favored staff.
What? So who are the favored staff?
Double payment.
Double
of what?
payment.
Leave allowance. Of 178, only to 178.
The county government of Nairobi has to undergo what you call a house cleanup. Like unafaa watu wanafaa kuexit hizo majobs.
Ni house cleanup ama ni house tara cleaning.
House cleaning. Cleaning up the house.
Wanafaa
kwa wiped wote na governor wao wote.
Waenda nyumbani.
MTH.
Let me tell you again now. Another thing that will piss you off.
Okay.
26 officers who are paid additional 17.6 million without reason. Watu 26 hiyo ni pesa ngapi?
Mnapewa tu jioni ni officer. Unapewa tu.
Unapewa tu.
Pewa.
Wewe siwache. Kwa bili yangu.
Pewa.
Pewa. Nini? Mbona tunaargue si upewe?
Pewa.
Wewe pewa.
Namna gani?
Si wewe bora mimi ninaweza toa pesa kwa account si upewe.
Sio ni officer.
Si ndio?
Pewa bwana.
Mheshimiwa. Pewa.
Officer.
Ai. Pewa bro.
Pewa, acha mambo yako bwana.
Let me tell you. 393 employees.
All right.
Who are not exempt from paying tax. Were paid 52.5 million Kenyan shillings without pay tax deductions.
Lakini ngoja. Tangu tuanze kuongea ni wizi tu.
Ni wizi tu.
Sakaja.
Hiyo report ya Auditor General haina hata kitu moja mzuri.
Sakaja na dish na account.
Let me tell you something.
Don't tunaongelea wizi. Ile proud tunaongelea.
We have dedicated a whole show.
Ngoja.
They don't know how important this is. We have dedicated a whole show to talk about stealing. To talk about what?
Stealing.
Bro.
Operation dish account.
Dish account. So apparently, out of the 13,354 employees, only 167, which is a 1.25%, are people with disabilities, and legally inafaa kuwa watu 5%.
5%. So ingine hiyo percentage juu amesema hiyo atafikiria
atafanya. Amesema yeye ndo atalini. Yeye ndo atalini.
Sio kama anataka decide.
Atalini. Ukicheza anatokea kesho akikaa pirate.
Na scratches. So anajilipia governor? Na person with disabilities.
Yeah, of course. Alafu ukicheza atokea amevaa kale ka pirate, you know.
Na kadimple. Sakaja unaenda nyumbani mapema.
Bro, we are going to a very break. Lakini don't take this break like telling you that sijui nini. Wewe tunakupeleka nyumbani.
Asubuhi na mapema.
We are waking up in the crack of dawn.
Usiku manane.
Ile tulikuwa tunasema nini ikianza kufanya nini?
Daybreak. Mbio mgambo ukili.
Si ndio hiyo. Mbio ikisema tungwe.
Jambo.
You are home. You are going home. We'll be right back after a short break. See you then.
Ala.
So welcome back. Kama kawaida, this is Bunge. Yeah, and you're with me, your girl, Njagena. Kama kawaida, your usual culprits.
Bafeman Buddha.
Yeah,
we're back.
I can't believe we are here because tuko hapa kuongelea wizi.
Ni boring aje na interesting.
Let me tell you something.
Ni boring story moja lakini interesting.
Babu Owino sat down and told Kenyans, wa Kenya, especially nyinyi watu wa Nairobi County, you do not read, and I would like to teach you something.
Kweli.
Tusomeni report ya Auditor General. Nyote mukabaki, You didn't even know your county has that much money.
Hamjui. Mmeshtuka. Sasa kuamini. Billions of money zinakuwa
billions.
Zinakula diambo.
Na watu wenye sio wewe. Now, moving on, alikuwa anasema apparently 375.9 million was paid irregularly. Akapeana as follows. Hizo zilikuwa sa list ya legal fees. Wewe lawyer anawekelewa tu hivi 67 million.
Chukua kaka 67 million ndio ujisikizie. Tutetee.
Unajua hapa tutetee. Kuna ule alikuwa traffic marshal ya. Mwenye alisema
kwanza nikusomea story sasa. Wewe mpia umesoma sana. Sasa mimi niwasomea asi. Haya sasa ndio hii statement hapa nasoma. So kulikuwa na fee notes of 100 raised against an individual who wasn't shortlisted as a traffic marshal and who was to be paid just 18,000 Kenya shillings to 20,000 Kenya shillings. But akamafanya nini? Apatie legal fee nani? Advocate. Ilikuwa worth 67 million Kenya shillings. No, like legal fee ni ile design county itapatia advocate wake. So that in case kumekuwa na kitu kama kesi, he's the one who's going to represent them, maybe to help them
so
out.
You want to tell me?
But I only sema kuliko tulipo mse 18,000 ama 20,000 per month. Tutumie 67 million
to protect.
Wacha
tusafishe jina lakini wewe 67 million lakini tusiemploy traffic marshals wengine. 67 million naweza employ watu wengi sana. Ama
na kuna fee note hapa ya 100 million.
Let me ask you something. Kuna kitu mimi Babu Owino kitu sikuelewa ni fee note nayo inalipangwa direct to the court.
Exactly.
So you want to tell me kuna ile kesi alisoma ambayo yenye ilikuwa na fee note ya 129 million na
hiyo ya pili sasa nikuambie ilikuwa hivi and I read 50 million was paid to an advocate to defend the county in a matter where the county where there was a fee note of 129 million and it was raised for an unknown reason.
That's what I was asking you. So hii ni fee note fee ya 129
na hii fee note inatolewa kwa kesi ya Just State.
Yes.
Like literally there's no case. But pesa imetembea.
Pesa ishatembea. So my question is are these people working with the judicial system? Ndio tukipeana hii 129 pia yetu 50% iko.
Yeah, because there is no way the judicial system itakuwa imeacquire the fee note from the county government na kuna hata pending case hata moja. But because they were yet to decide a case. Ilikuwa wajitafutie. Haikuwa natural.
Na bado kuna 50 million.
It was something in the case ilikuwa create case.
Na bado kuna 50 million.
Exactly.
Ya advocate fees.
True.
Let me tell you something, Sakaja. You are just above and beyond. Kuna hadi kesi 129 million wapi? Ati did you see history?
And they also gave the advocate a legal fee of 70 million. 7 million. An advocate was given 70 million to represent the county government of workers union, while the county has a legal department who can do this work.
Okay, so
you mean the county iko na legal department kufanya hiyo kazi. But jambo isos. An advocate kutoka nje.
Only that. Iko na a legal department yenye may employ the best lawyers you can.
Exactly. But ina prefer
kuita lawyers wa nje wakuja wa represent hizi kesi za 60-70 million. And let me tell you,
also ni msemo mmoja anapewa 70M.
Hadi Babu Owino akacomment akasema tuseme for example akiwa kuna kesi na watu kama MC. Kama anaitwa MC anamwambia wewe leta lawyer wako. Ndio tu embezzle funds wewe unalipwa
50%. I get 50%.
Let me tell you something, Maina. Shitting on another level. Shitting on there we did not get caught.
Sikia ingine. On 17th mwezi wa 7 2023 30 million was paid to an advocate for defending the county in a matter where 9 fee notes of where a fee note of 116 million was raised on an alleged threat on the county pension fund, and it was just a threat, and because kulikuwa na threat tu
kushtua tu umeamua 30 billion itembe. We shock you. 30 million is on the airwaves.
Yani threats tu inatoa 30 million. Yani ni threats tu.
I think we should yearn to be the governor. You threaten me, I charge you 50 million for legal fees. Just a threat. Okay. Hata inaweza kuwa threat ujue. He might use us for this podcast for saying it's a threat, and then he'll give his the legal fees of like 100.
Yani threat inakuwa issue na anapelekwa court, anapatia advocate 30 million.
Did any other case stand out to you? Those are the cases that were really
hata kesi ya terrorism. Kesi ya terrorism hata na mada na nini hawezi kuicha 30 million.
Hawezi, hiyo ni pesa mingi. Anyway, let's talk about garbage collection, where there is an allocation of 145.9 million.
Okay.
Na hii kitu yote haina documents ama receipts that have been issued. Yet tunajua vizuri sana the Dandora Way Bridge can produce official
It's capable of generating receipts, but sasa since wao wenyewe wanataka kufanya biashara zao kando kivyao, they prefer not to use it. Why should they produce the receipts?
Watu wana paperwork.
But hakuna receipt kitu mbaya. Wanataka kuonesha tu hivi.
Watu wana paperwork, hata email bafe.
Wanataka kukumbusha wananga receipt kitu mbaya.
Hata email bafe. How to earn a paperwork? You guys have no paperwork. Talking of which, 772 million was allocated to 27 tippers.
27 tippers, tippers za mchanga.
Unajua kila tipa hapo imesimamia milioni ngapi?
28 million.
Let me tell you, Maina, if I had not driven tippers before, I will drive now.
Kwani usikie hii sasa? Aya, Sakaja state of the county was merely diversory. In the following ways, So number one, the big projects of building the primary schools classrooms, which isn't his duty. As he was saying, a national government project under the CDF, counties are only allowed to construct ECDs as their duties.
Okay,
let's talk about county government kazi ya MP ni kujenga vitu. Hakuna siku governor atakuja aanze kujenga classroom. Hiyo na county government. Vitu kama classrooms hizo ni vitu za MP kujenga under the what do you call it?
Basari hizi
CDF, you know. So hakuna vile governor anaanza fanya kazi ya kujenga classrooms, but wasanaona sisi waseni wajinga.
I know. Hebu let me tell you Bafe.
Akasema mimi ndio nitawajengeza classrooms. Simi nyinyi mnajua tu kiongozi.
Hebu kidogo
kiongozi kazi yake ni kujenga vitu.
Bwana kiongozi. Tuko na floods Nairobi.
Okay.
Expressway haijamalizwa.
Kuna blackouts. Unnecessary blackouts.
And very unnecessary blackouts. Hadi JKIA. We have so many issues at hand. Lakini ile kazi governor wetu anajipea ni kazi ya tu kumpea.
Yamesema atajenga classrooms.
Ile kazi governor wetu anajipea ni kazi ya tu kumpea kwa constitution.
Governor anajenga classrooms, msicheze naye.
You understand, you're our employee, my friend. When will you understand that you are an employee of the Kenyan people?
Governor, unajenga classrooms.
Let me tell you, this guy has chosen. Amesema aje, ile kazi yote yenye nyinyi watu mnanipea, sina shida, siitaki, nitajifanyia yenye mimi nataka. Who told you that?
Bado. What is story? Alafu pia alisema the northern collector tunnel for water, waste and energy power facilities are not in the county government budget, as he was saying he will do them.
So my question is, which budget?
Collector tunnels.
Kwa zile ma 3.2 billion huko tulikuwa tunahesabu yenye haikuwa na ndio hizi zenye zinatumika huko kwa matane. Ndizo hizo?
Bako make sure.
Ndio hizo zinatumika kwa classrooms, cause haikuwa kwa budget, basi ni budget ya nani? Ni budget ya nani?
Alafu Sakaja has only spent 400 million. Kumbuka kulikuwa na other billions of money zenye haziko accounted for. So my question is, where is the over 12 billion cash going to? The financial year is coming to tulikuwa
June. Tulikuwa na financial year yetu ilikuwa ifaikuwa na 12 billion.
Okay.
Tukadepositiwa 12 billion Kenyan shillings. Ndio. Sakaja akaclaim alifanya Dishina County which was worth 200 million. Akaclaim ile Dandora Stadium which was worth 33 million. Na akaclaim amejenga roads which was adding up to 167 million. So counting all that, it's adding up to like 400 million. Our question is, where is the over 12 billion because 400 million kwa 12 billion hajapiga dent,
because hizo projects tatu
but kitu nataka uelewe Bafe ni eti hii gava haina paperwork,
haina huruma when it comes to embezzling funds.
Exactly, and we don't even know
inachapa na roho yao yote.
Atujui tuna trace hizi funds back to where. Unaona venye unasemaga nimepoteza funguo, let me go back to the shop yenye nimetoka. Hakuna, there's nothing like that in this government. These guys have sat down and decided to embezzle funds.
Embezzle hati yetu yote.
Now because there's no one to hold them accountable, like Auditor General how hold accountable, because kama hii report ingereleasewa na nani Babu Owino angeisoma hata tungejua report ya Auditor General imetoka. Tuanze hapa. Now no one makes it a big deal. Aya Ruto, you're out here, you're not managing your people. Your CSS are misbehaving left, right and center. Look at Nakumincha addressing doctors.
Anaenda kwa kila matanga kama angel of death.
When we look at some of these things, tunaona mbona hawa watu wako so willing kuiba in such a huge way. Because no one is holding them accountable. No one is sitting Sakaja down at a Senate. Cause hata nani nika alimchoka Sifuna nika ulichoka umse na wewe ndio unafaa kuwa bumper to bumper na yeye na information.
Exactly. Shika jamaa yako usimwache.
Imagine, I don't understand kina timu Wanyonyi wako wapi? Where are you guys? Your governor is embezzling funds left, right.
Na mmekapunga tu hapo bana
mwanga. Mmenyamaza tu kina Jalango. Where are you guys? You guys are members of parliament. You guys should call this guy akuje pale kwa parliament.
No single MP was come out kusema that there's some investment ya funds is going on. Unless mnakula wote basi. Hakuna kivya nyipe
kitu. Sisi tutasema by the way, as we are saying Sakaja is a compromised man, which is very true. Okay, mimi naongea for me. Sakaja is a very compromised man according to me. But pia nyinyi nimeacha alama ya dukuduku.
Kweli.
Pia nyinyi you're eating with that guy. We've not even talked about Dishina County.
Dishina County, okay.
Dishina County is supposed to be funded by the national government. It's supposed to be funded
implementing,
by the
what do you call it?
Implementing partner na county government. Huyu implementing partner ni nani? Venye tu nani anauliza.
By the implementing partner hata azinajulikani. He's still anonymous.
Na contract ana hata document.
And there's no illegal document that show that the county government is actually in partnership with the implementing nini.
What is going on? Hakuna venye hatuna pepa wakata ya mtu mwenye anafeed watoto wetu.
Kweli.
How don't we have a document to show that this guy is feeding our children?
Na ni kitu inakuwa control na watu wakubwa and they are aware of what they are doing. These are people who have gone to school. They know whatever they are doing.
Okay, but from that whole conversation, did you get any other thing that pisses you off or something that you would like to comment?
I think it's time that Governor Sakaja, I think, should just get back to office and organize the whole team. Side kama wanataka kutusava ama kama wanataka kukula. Then they come and tell us tunataka kukula. Ama wakuje tena tuambie we did a mess, tulimess hapa na hapa. This is what we're coming to do as a way of damage control, you get. So I think it's time pia also in such positions such positions it's also a blessing. And they really need to appreciate that for them to be at that particular position. See ati nyado alitaka ni people ndio walichoose because people trusted in them so much. So they just need to do whatever is right.
Governor Sakaja, I do not have anything to say to you. I'm just saying you're going home. Siko ubaya,
nyumbani ni unaenda.
Bafe amejaribu kushuga koti kitu yote. Mimi nakwambia aje.
Direct.
Wewe one ticket. Asubuhi na mapema, we pack your clothes, you're going home.
Nyumbani.
Because this is such a letdown of the people for the people of Nairobi. Na unajua acha nikwambie, you might continue fighting this kitu ya kwenda nyumbani, but when people get pissed, na Nairobi imejaa youth. By the way, nisikudanganye. Imejaa
youth wako na numbers Nairobi.
When youth get pissed at you because ngoja tu punda uchoka. Kasi tunaongea hapa punda uchoka.
And you're going to give you a kick of a dying horse.
There's a time tutakuwa tuongelelea
kwa ofisi.
Kuna time tutakuja hadi kwa hiyo ofisi yako live tukutane man to man. There's no way this is what is going on in our country. Nikihesabu hizi pesa peke yake, I can see we have lost over 30 billion
Kenya shillings.
Na bado Nairobi ina flood. let us say, even now we understand why Adi Rikomondi is pissed to the T.
Exactly.
All these problems inatuandama, and you still have the guts to
go. Na kwa pesa yote umebeba hata uweze nunulia makanjo wanakusaidia kupiga watu, hawezi nunulia makanjo manguo.
I know that's right. I know.
Uwezi.
Adi, these people
wanakufinyia watu lakini uwezi wabai hata manguo mpya kwa hiyo pesa uko nayo.
Watu wakupea kiti ukubali wafinye.
30B.
Sakaja, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Anyway, we conclude our show today by saying that is a sad state of our county, Nairobi.
Exactly, Nairobi County.
And we do not feel like we are safe in this county. Anyway, for those of you who would like to proceed with these conversations much further, kindly subscribe below so that you can see the videos we are posting next.
Press the like button and hit that notification bell.
And then here is the thing you need to do for us. We need to communicate down there. Tell us, do you feel the same way that we feel about this?
Exactly. Yeah, andika hapo chini to enlighten us.
Tumejaribu kukupunguza kuku.
But we don't know everything. You pia mnaweza contribute.
Yeah. Because pia sisi we have used the little knowledge that we've got so far.
Yeah.
So, did these reports anger you as much as it angered me? And if at all it did, kindly remember to subscribe to our channel. We love talking to you.
Exactly.
And my name has been Nyakio Njage all the time.
And I am Buffeman.
He is Buffeman. And we will see you on the next one. Tukimaliza kimkurugenzi. Adios muchachos.
Peace.